Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, affectionately referred to as Stark Vegas, where earplugs are highly recommended because the cowbells will be ringing. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on another team from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. He stopped short of the 20. And probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Hands it off. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air, it's back. Using the quick game. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. When you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They'll go to the toss. Turns it on at midfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Reads it, fires complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Toss to the outside. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there getting set. Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the offense on first down. Here comes the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
3 wideouts to the right on 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Chapin. He'll pull it down. Still running at the 40. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then get him down.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
Makes the grab on the shuffle. He's there to make the stop, and they throw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The back goes in motion. Got it behind the line. It's Booth. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
This is a 3rd and long. They're going to throw it again. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And how about this defense? Your offense goes right down the field, scores on the first drive, and now you come out, get a big sack on 3rd down, and force a punt. You talk about creating momentum early and shutting the home crowd up. Mission accomplished.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and touches it down. That's where they'll put it in play. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. The running back takes his track off right tackle here. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Still on his feet at the 45. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Georgia ready to dive it up on another first down. Quarterback will audible. Looking for a man. It's back. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. From the gun. Give on the inside. At the 35, he's open. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And with that last carry, into triple digits. Over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first down.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. He'll come out throwing on first down. That's caught. It's Evans. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
After that last completion, it's second down. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offense goes toss, but guys, they do it running into the boundary. There's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. A shot toward the end zone. And that pass intercepted.
This quarterback is having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. To the air, it's Chapin. Got it set up on the outside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the offense trying to get the screen pass to the running back and get him out into space to do some damage, but the defense not having it. No gain on that play.
And now on second down for this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. On second down, they'll take to the air. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth down.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. This Bulldog offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed it.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield. It's Beck. Got his man on the outside. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back. But, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss, keep up a bunch of yards, and maybe get a big play.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He lets it fly. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Looking downfield, it's Chapin. Getting some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He's got great speed. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, and he's running in the open. He's at the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Dogs! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Here's the handoff. Spins away from the defender. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Finds his big tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. At the 45 on his way. Ripped picked off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And that's why it's so important offensively to practice these type plays, these RPOs, these zone reads, these option plays, and just rep them over and over and over so the quarterback is making the right decisions intuitively and quickly.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. To throw, it's Chapin. He's got his man. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Not the most productive half of this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Going for it all. And the throw and catch was good, but you got to do it in the field of play. He couldn't quite keep that foot in bounds.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. In 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Let's it fly. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think Jesse maybe give it to him again? Or would you say, hey, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Caught in the backfield. It's dealt. Open space at the 25. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
To the air. It's back. He unleashes a long one. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Pulls it in. It's Lovett. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit,
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Dogs get the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He wants to throw. He's going to let it go. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. The Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Justin. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Chapin. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Bulldog. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away, and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so just don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. Georgia will kick a game to start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field. It's Chapin. He's got the tight end. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They've got 4 receivers out there, 2 on either side on 2nd and 3. Trying play action. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Never a doubt. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. I know they put up really good numbers on offense, but David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tired cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll go right back to the run. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance when you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad. You tend to go to the ground pretty quick.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Hand off from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's back. It's complete to the left. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this.
I want to get my running back the ball in space as much as possible. Sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. Some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can get some big plays out.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. On the ground, going for the first down with the gift to the tight end. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try along. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. Offense set on first down. And a quick shuffle pass underneath.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
The incompletion brings up a second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That's a live ball. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown in their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
Try to pick it up on the ground. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And the ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They'll go to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Back to throw, it's Chapin. Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Gonna take a shot. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They're trying to crease them off the left tackle. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing his points.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Calls his own number. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. On the move, it's Robinson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stopped him short of the marker. They'll play it safe and try for 3. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Going for the return. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Fast motion from the offense. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work with big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Chapin. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
If I had told you that one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football was going to have less than 200 yards passing in this game, you might not have had that on your bingo card, but that's what's in fact happened. This defense has done an outstanding job getting pressure on him like they did right there, getting the sack.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Going to take a shot at this DB. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. He's got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout. you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the stick. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Bulldogs want to move quickly.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Makes the grab down the middle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Chapin. He'll try to do it himself. Plows through the defense. Oh, it's a fumble. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
They'll throw it on first down. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. He saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here, and now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
They're bringing heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. And the Dogs moving quickly to the line. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. And I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the done.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.